In this video, we're going to show you how to install the thermostat and housing on your INFINITI G37 X, located on the driver's side front portion of the engine. On the front side here, once you have your hood open, you're going to locate your expansion tank here for your cooling system. There are two bolts here, two 10mm. We're going to use our impact unit. Go ahead and loosen and remove these. Set those bolts aside. The next thing we want to do is we want to disconnect our expansion hose here. Now there's a little spring clip. Normally you can just pinch that with your hand. Inspect that clip, make sure that it's pretty solid. If it's fragile, you want to go ahead and replace this. Twist this hose off of this port. Sometimes that can be stuck. So we're going to use our hose pliers here. Grab that and just twist it to break it free. And then we'll slide that off. Now you might lose a little bit of coolant here. Lift up this unit. I'm going to pull that up and set that aside. Using our 10mm socket, we're going to go ahead and loosen and remove the hardware on the upper engine cover. Once we have all these loosened, we're now going to transfer over here to the air box area. There is a single 10mm bolt right here. Loosen that one. Let's go ahead and remove all of our hardware. There are two nuts on the front side of the cover with 3 bolts on the back side. Lift up that engine cover, set that aside. If we come on over here to the air intake tube, there is a hose clamp using an 8mm or a flathead screwdriver, whatever you choose to use. You just want to loosen that. Now if we follow this over, there is a hose clamp right here to a vapor hose. Going to use some pliers, pinch that hose clamp and work that down. Now I'm going to use my hose pliers to go ahead and pull this rubber hose off of that. Go ahead and grab that, and you want to make sure you can break that free. And twist and push that down. There it is. We follow this down a little bit further. We have a sensor right here. There's a tab on the top side. You're going to push in on that and pull this off. And then we're going to follow this right around to this. There's a little retaining tab. There's just 2 little pinch tabs or ears. I'm going to use a pair of pliers and gently pinch those in and pull this out. Wiggle the air intake tube off of the throttle body. Now we can grab this whole air intake section, including the air filter, wiggle this, and pull it straight up and out. With the vehicle raised, we want to go ahead and remove this center engine cover here. Series of 10mm screws are on the perimeter. Ours is missing a couple here, but go ahead and remove the ones that you do have. Once you get your hardware out, go ahead and set that cover aside. Now with the vehicle raised, we're over here on the passenger side of the radiator. Now right here is the drain port. Now if we pull off this rubber port here, you can actually see what we're going to be loosening. There's a Phillips head drain plug right here. I'm gonna break that free. Now we have a catch can underneath. I'm gonna unthread this. And what we could do is actually put this back on. It's gonna help direct that coolant. We'll go ahead and drain that. Now that we're drained, we can go ahead and pop this off. And I'm going to reinsert the plug here. Snug that down, and then we'll go ahead and put that drain plug back on. Here we go. Here on the driver's side, front portion of the engine, we have our lower radiator hose here, and it comes up to our water neck and thermostat housing. So there's a hose clamp right here. I'm going to go ahead and use a pair of pliers. And we want to go ahead and bring this hose clamp back. Let's go ahead and twist this hose off and slide that back. I'm just going to tuck that over here on the side. Now on our thermostat housing here, there's going to be 3 bolts that we need to get to. This one here is actually behind one of our solenoids, the VVT solenoid. So we need to go ahead and remove that to gain access to this. So let's go ahead and do so. The VVT solenoid for the driver's side is right here. And we're going to start by disconnecting the connector. On the bottom side on our particular unit is the little clip that we want to go ahead and loosen. So I'm going to press in on the bottom of that, and I'm going to use a pick here to go ahead and assist me on pushing that down, getting that connector off. There it is. We'll slide that off. Push that connector up to the side, get that out of the way. Now there's a 10mm bolt right here we need to go ahead, loosen, and remove. I'm going to use my 1/4 inch socket and extension here. Most of the time you'll be able to get that bolt to a certain point where you can spin it out by hand. You may have to soak that down with some rust penetrant to go ahead and loosen everything there. Okay, we got that bolt out there, so set that aside. You want to grab that solenoid and twist that and then pull that out. Now there is a rubber grommet in there, or rubber seal, an O-ring that holds that in place. I'm going to go ahead and just gently tap this and then twist that down and out. There we go. I'll go ahead and slide this down and out. I'm going to set that someplace clean. Then we're going to use our 10mm socket. Go ahead and start to loosen these bolts here. There's that one there. Now there may be some residual coolant in the engine block itself behind the thermostat. So we do have a catch can underneath. Now all 3 of these bolts are all the same size, so you don't have to worry about mixing them up or trying to figure out what goes where, but we will be reusing this hardware. There is a gasket here as well. You can see as I peel that out. When you take this off, make sure that it's all one piece. If there's any residual pieces of the gasket left, we want to go ahead and clean the surface of the engine block itself there. Go ahead and wipe down that surface. We want to make sure that is good and clean before we install our new gasket and housing. Now we're going to take our new gasket and our thermostat and housing, and what we're going to do is use a tiny bit of the sealant here. Basically just going to put enough on here just to hold the new gasket. So we're going to pop that into place. And by sticking that on there, that'll keep this from falling off when we go to install the component. The other thing we want to do is make sure that our threads are cleaned. We can see this bolt here has a good amount of junk on it, so we want to clean that. Let's go ahead and install the thermostat housing and gasket. So I went ahead and I installed one of the bolts through the gasket. I'm going to feed this up and in. I want to go ahead and start that bolt. So I threaded the left bolt in as far as I could by hand. I'm going to go ahead and get that bottom bolt started here. And I'll do the same with this here. Just thread it in as far as I can. Okay, and then we'll get our third and last bolt in. It really doesn't matter where or which one you put in first. I just chose to do that upper left one. We have all 3 of these in. Let's go ahead and tighten those down. Now we want to torque these down to 8.4 inch-pounds. They don't have to be super tight at all. If you do not have a torque wrench, pretty much when you bottom that bolt out, just give it a hair bit more. It's bottomed out there just a little bit. And then just double check that first one again, we're good. Line up the solenoid, making sure that the tab is on the top. Slowly work that up into position, and then press that in. Here it is. Install the bolt. When tightening this down, you just want to make this snug, so once it bottoms out, just give it a little bit more. Go ahead and grab that harness, line that up, and push that on. You can feel it in here, it snap into place. Once that's in, go ahead and grab that radiator hose, work that into place. Inspect the hose, make sure it's not split, swollen where the clamp goes, dry rot, anything like that. If it is, go ahead and replace it now. Same thing with the clamp. If the clamp looks like it's weak or rusted, you want to go ahead and replace that. Go ahead and slide the clamp up into position. Give that a good tug, make sure that's good and secure. We're now going to go ahead and install our air intake tube and our air filter box. On the bottom side, there's going to be a couple plastic studs that fit down in the grommets inside the frame. We also have this little tube right here that needs to mate up with the tube down below. Go ahead and line that up down below, press that down and in. Follow this up, install it onto your throttle body. We also have this other hose here that needs to connect. Go ahead and bring that hose clamp back up, secure that. We're now going to use our 8mm socket to tighten up the clamp on the intake tube side here by the throttle body. And you don't want to over tighten this, you can actually strip or break that clamp. So once that bottoms out, good quarter turn, nice and secure. Take your sensor here, hook up the harness to the sensor, push that on. You're gonna feel it in here, it snap on, and then just follow the harness back and clip this back in to the side. Line up the air box, get that bolt in there. And I'm just gonna start it by hand. I wanna lower our expansion tank down inside. The tube down here goes into a clip down right between the fans down below. So go ahead and pop that into the retainer or the clip. And then as you feed this down, pull that down into place. There it is. Install your 2 bolts here, one on the other side. And let's go ahead and snug those down. Just has to be snug. Don't over tighten it as you can crack the reservoir tabs. Install the upper hose. Push that on. Bring your spring clip over. Install your hardware across the bottom of the bumper here into your splash shield. Just snug these down gently. We're going to continue this process until we get this all secured. Now at this point, we want to go ahead and fill up our cooling system. Here we are on the front side of the engine, and we have our radiator cap right here. This is attached to the front side of the engine. So we want to go ahead and open this up. And you want to use a funnel, a clean funnel. In our case, we're going to use our adapter kit here. Definitely use the appropriate coolant recommended for the engine. And you want to go ahead and fill this up until it doesn't take any more into the water neck here or the coolant neck. Now at this point here, we already installed our funnel and we filled up the system with the appropriate coolant for this model vehicle. I'm going to have a little bit of spillage here. Clean this up. Remove this, and we're going to install our radiator cap. Turn that clockwise and lock that into place. Now any remaining coolant, you want to go ahead and make sure that the expansion tank itself is full up to the full line. So simply open this up, put your funnel in here, and we're going to add coolant to fill that up to the appropriate level. Once that's there, go ahead and close up the cap. Let's go ahead and install our engine cover. Line up the 2 front studs. Install the hardware. You have the 2 nuts on the front side here, followed by the 3 bolts on the back. At that point there, you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.